Hi everyone, I'm Dottie Stitching Scotty, and this is Winston with a dirty face by Scotty. Notice he does have 2 ears. He hates getting up here and being on camera, but he wanted to say hello. This is a video about county cross stitch, and welcome to Flosstube number 248. Oh my goodness, we'd like to welcome everyone. Let me give him a treat. And this is my other Scotty, Striker. He loves being on camera because he knows he's going to get a treat. Winston's chewing his now because my viewers were worried about whether they were getting their treats or not, but they do. They do. Like I said, this is Flosstube number 248. I would like to thank everyone for your prayers and emails and texts and comments and instant messages for my husband, Ralph. He's doing much better. And we were able to go out to lunch yesterday and go to Costco, and he was able to walk around and do things because he's not been able to do that. So, and he got a good report at the doctor, so that's good. There were a few things she wasn't real happy about, but he's working on them. So I'm thankful. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I want to report on Miss Dolores. She's in Charleston now with her daughter and her daughter's husband and 2 Great Danes and some horses. And she had her eye surgery. She had a hole in her retina, and she's doing great. She did everything she was supposed to do, so that's good. And she won't be home for probably another week and a half. So it's going to be another couple of videos at least before I can catch up with her. So hopefully we'll get caught up. All right. I have finishes, no FFOs. The bug has left, evidently. The FFO challenge is not going well this year. But I do have some whips. I have my end of the month wrap up, some new starts, some Nashville Needlework pieces that I've not seen, and I wondered if you'd seen them. So I'm going to show those, even though, you know, some of the deadlines are past, but hey, when you go to the store or you order, you can always just put your order in for them and, you know, get them later. We're going to talk about temperature stitching and 1 thread a day stitching. And there will not be an Etsy shop today, but I do have a cute St. Patrick's Day freebie pattern for you. All right, without further ado, we're going to get started. Okay, well, I have 3 finishes and I want to show you those today. Okay. The first 2 are very small, but they're finishes, and they're from Heartstring Samplery's Americana Festive Fobs, Festive Little Fobs. Aren't those cute? I finished this one and the bell, the shield and the bell. And here is the bell, and here is the flower shield. Isn't that cute? Those are going to make such cute little fobs. They are, and I need to get busy and start finishing things. They're on 32 count. Even weave is all I know, and it's white. So there's the shield. And then here's the bell. Don't you love that cutting? Just so cute. Okay. All right, so there's that. And that gives me 5 of the fobs that are done out of the 8. So I think there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Well, there's 7 fobs and a strawberry. And I don't know if I'm going to do the strawberry or not. It just depends. All right. And I'm going to wait and finish them all at one time. Then the next finish I had, finally, is 25th block party. Yay! Oh, sorry, I was shaking it. I was just very excited. Okay. Pay attention when you stitch. Because if you don't, you have to rip out a lot. This is on Milk Chocolate Fabrics by Stephanie. I said one time it was on Vintage Country Mocha. No, it is not. It's Fabrics by Stephanie. And you see my little reindeer. Hopefully the next time you see them, they will be in a block. Aren't they so cute? It's 28 count. And then here's, let's see, where is the top? Okay, yeah. Here's the top. See, I've got T for top. Isn't that cute? And I had to do a good bit of ripping out. Let me do this. There we go. I had to rip out everything from here down on one side. This side wasn't stitched. But I got it done, and now I'm going to put my felt on here, my felted wool on here, and do my block, and you know, put the interfacing on and stitch it together. I love finishing biscornus and blocks. They're just a lot of fun, and it's easy, and it's inexpensive because it's needle and thread and interfacing. So there you go. All right, so that's my 3 finishes. Yay! And I'm so glad to get that one done, because I'd pick it up and I'd go, I'm going to mess this up again. But I didn't, so that was good. So then I thought, you know, I need to do some hashtag 13 for the 250th sale that I'm doing with Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher, and you need to watch her Flosstube. Oh my goodness. She has some beautiful projects. She really does. And she also has an Etsy shop with project bags, and they're beautiful. So you need to go and check that out. So be sure and watch Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher. And there's also Stitcher with a Laughing Face. She has really good videos also, but I didn't get to watch hers this week. I ran out of time, as you'll notice, because I watched several Flosstubers. But for the 13th, for the 250th stitch along, I'm doing 1776 Liberty Eagle by Screen Door Needleworks. Now, I just have a problem. I have lost the Tudor silk of, what is it? Hazelnut Dark. It's here in my craft room in one of my bags. I know it is. But I'm going to have to go through my project bags. And I can't remember which projects I took over to Swindon with me, because that's one of the project bags that I stuck it in. Yeah. So we'll just have to see. But I'm stitching this on 40 count Pamplemousse by Tabby Cat. And it's in my Teresa Kogut bag. Isn't that pretty? By Joyful Stitching. And, oh, it's down here, duh. And this is 40 count Pamplemousse by Tabby Cat. And I actually got to meet her at Swindon. And this is what I've got. So until I find more of my Hazelnut Dark of the Tudor Silk, or order it again from the attic, which I'm trying not to do that because I don't want to be wasteful, and then find it. And my eagle does have a head. It just isn't showing up very well on this. But anyway, that eagle will have half a wing. So I started on this branch over here. I finished the wing over here. And that's and I did the 1776 in the red. But this is 1 thread over 2. So I'm enjoying this. I really got kind of in the mode of doing it, you know, kind of zoned. And yeah. So this is going to be fun. Now I'm doing this stitch along with Niecy Lynn. She has a Flosstube, and her Flosstubes are really good, and she's really making a lot of good progress on hers. She's doing the flowers up top. It's so pretty. And Patty Penn is going to pick hers up because it's framed and finished when she gets off her cruise. She's on a cruise with Jean Farish. So if you want to hear about that and all the fun she has, oh, and Deb and Liz from Country Stitchers. So I'd love to meet them. They are so sweet and talented. Oh my goodness. But you need to watch their Flosstube, and also watch watch Stitching with My Kitties and Niecy Lynn, because they have some great Flosstubes. They do. And Jean Farish, if you want to know anything about needlework, watch her Flosstube, because it's good. All right, then I picked up something I hadn't picked up in a while, and I felt real guilty when I picked it up, and I was like, oh, I need to finish this. This is for my youngest daughter, Amelia, for her getting her master's degree in elementary education. Yes, about a year ago. So I'm a little bit behind. This is from Mandy Dodonna. It's ABC School Sampler. And I think this is so cute. And no, notice now, pay attention when you stitch, okay? Number one, I'm stitching this on Kenneth 32 count Grace Notes, okay? And I just noticed it when I picked it up this time. And I'm going to show you how much I've stitched in the wrong color, but it's staying because I'm not changing. And I'm using sulky threads, the 12 weight. They're on the spools. I'll get one out and show it to you. See, this is what they look like. And it's a 12 weight. But they're very nice. But this is how much I've got. Now, do you see all this gray here? This is going to be black. And it's going to have the alphabet in it. And I'm going to finish the outline stitches here. And this is black. And this is supposed to be black. Okay, all this is gray. But it's supposed to be brown. Oh, well, she'll never know. And will I remember when I see it next? But I'm using one strand of sulky 12 weight thread over 2 threads. And I'm almost done. I was hoping I'd have this finished. This is a chalkboard, and I like some apples and putting all this in black and the rest of the alphabet and sewing on a button, which I do not have. So she may not get a button. And putting the word school, and I think I'm going to put Mrs. Tucker's School. I think I'm going to put that because that's my daughter's name. And yeah, I really like this, and I hope she'll like it too. All right. I love Manny Dodonna's patterns. I really do. I got to meet her at Galleria, and she is just the sweetest lady. Very, very sweet. She's such a good designer, as are all our designers. I tell you, they really, really go to a lot of trouble to design us all these beautiful patterns. So, and I think she's from Italy, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please correct me. All right, so we'll still be working on that. Hopefully that'll be a finish next time. Then I was bad. The dog didn't eat my homework, but I'm behind on the Maria Wells Newson Sow with Hands Across the Sea. This is what we're stitching, and this was January. Okay, this is February. Now, I haven't even started February because I haven't finished January. I've already fallen off the stitch along bus, but I'm trying. So, yeah. So this is on 40. Yeah. Okay, let me look. Hang on. This is on 40 count Hog Bristle by Fox and Rabbit, and I'm using Vicki Clayton silks. And I really like Fox and Rabbit linens. I really do. My hands do not like the Vicki Clayton silks, even though they're beautiful. The colors are radiant, but by working in the hospital, they're a little ragged. So I have to put on a lot of lotion and stuff, and I pluck the thread out of my needle a good bit. But even so, it's worth it to stitch with the silk. It's beautiful. And the Tudor silks are the same way, so it's not the Vicki Clayton silks, it's just my hands. But anyway, this is what I've got of January. Okay, I started on this bird, and I need to do a tree here with 2 birds on top of it. And there's the 2 birds. No, that's not the 2 birds. That's a planter. But there needs to be a tree with 2 birds here. And I need to go and stitch some more border before I'm even done. So, with January. But, moving right along to Whip Go, this is going to be one of my Whip Go pieces, because one of my draws, which Jessie Marie does stuff for March, she drew numbers 3 and 4, and number 3 was a hats piece, or Hands Across the Sea. And guess which one I'm going to be working on? Yes, Maria Wells Newson, and see if I can catch up, because now I think I have to have the whole top part done. Oh my goodness. There's more stitching at the beginning, and yeah, but I do love stitching this. I'm using one strand of the Vicki Clayton silks over 2 threads, And I do love stitching on it. I mean, it's beautiful. It just takes your breath away when you sit there and you see the colors as they pop from the fabric. I mean, just look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous? I mean, oh, and sideways too. But sideways, upside down, it doesn't matter. And it's just beautiful. I just love it. So hopefully there'll be a lot more stitching done next month, or yeah, in March. Okay, so now I have 2 new starts. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do my other whip go thing. Let's go back to whip go again. Okay, so my whip go for March, number 4, is a Christmas stitch. Okay. No, shoot. Okay. All right. Jessie Marie Does Stuff is the one that facilitates it. And notice I've got finishes, or I've met my goals for all 4, and these 2 have been called. So my Christmas piece is going to be from Sweet Wing Studio, and Susan is so sweet. She has a Patreon, and I've talked about it in the last 2 videos about her Patreon. She's very generous, and she does Zoom, Facebook lives with us once a quarter, I think it is. And she shares little helpful things and shows you new products, songs to listen to, just all kinds of different things. And you get free patterns too. But this one was not free. This came out at, I guess it came out at the Jingle Ball maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's Miss Claus's Cookies. And I didn't get a big start on this one. And it's on, oh goodness. One thing I forgot to pull out. 32 count Fiberlicious, it's 32 count Lugana Fiberlicious Woodland. And it's a beautiful, beautiful green. And the colors just pop on this, what little color I've got. But isn't that pretty? So I can't wait to get some of this stitched. So I should be stitching 4 days on this. And who knows, it may be a finish. You never can tell. So I'm excited about that. And that's my whip go for March. Now, also, Susan from Sweet Wing Studio, she put out this thing in her Patreon. It's called One Thread a Day. Now, I fell off the wagon in February because I was so behind on Maria Wells Newsom, and I had to do so much ripping on my 25th block party. But I'm starting back up tomorrow because 1 thread a day really helps me finish things. And this is the little sheet she gave me to print off. So every day I'm just going to pick a little project, and I'm going to stitch at least 1 length of thread a day. And it says just write the pattern you worked on in the top half and the color of thread you added to the bottom, in the bottom box. And it's just really, it makes you feel good when you look at it and go, wow, I did that, you know. So that's good. So I can't wait to get back into the groove and get that done. So that'll be good for that. And okay, so that's 1 thread a day. Okay, now let's talk about new starts. Okay, I had 2 new starts, and I've only, well, these are the only new starts I've had this month, because I've had 6, well, I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, I started God Bless America for the 13th for the 250th Sal. And I got, this is on 32 count fabric flare. And I can't remember the color of the pattern, and I didn't write it on here. So, but I had the word bless last time, and I added this, part of the O and the D. So I'll have God bless, hopefully, and then America and the flag at the bottom. And I'm going to make a little pillow out of this. And I'm using 2 strands of the call for fabric of threads, which are DMCs. And it only uses 3 colors, red, white, and blue. And you can pick any 3. And yeah, so hopefully this will be a finish soon. And FFO. and it's two strands over 2. Okay, so there's that. Then my next start, and I couldn't wait, Patty and Niecy. I just couldn't. I was so excited. I wanted to stitch along with them, and I cheated. I started early, especially while Patty's on the cruise. And I know Niecy Lynn had said, oh yeah, Dottie wants to start this. Well, guess what? I started it yesterday at the Sit and Stitch. And it's from the Blue Flower, and I got it from the Sampler Guild of the Rockies, and this is the Stitcher's Crown Drum. Isn't that beautiful? And the bottom is the whole pattern, and I started in the upper right-hand corner, and I'm on this bird. Now, I thought I did pretty good at the stitch along, or the Sit and Stitch, because I only stayed about 3 hours, and I chit-chatted a good bit. People watched and critiqued people that went through the, see, we do it at Ingles, and we're in the cafe section, but it's by the produce section. We watched this man open a thing of grapes and pick out the bad grapes and put them in another bag. Then he did the same thing with the oranges. Yeah. It was just crazy. And you see all kinds of things. But we were just like, oh my goodness, we just can't believe that, you know. And one week we watched all these kids, and they were getting like a banana or an apple or something. I can't remember which one it was. And we were like, look at those parents letting their kids eat it. There was a sign up there that said, take one. But anyway, this is on 36 count Eureka linen from Fox and Rabbit, with 2 strands of thread over 2 threads of linen. Well, guess what? Dottie didn't read the directions. Once again, you would think I would learn, but you know, I'm happy with it. So I'm using 1 strand of thread over 2 strands of linen. And this is the piece of my bird that I've got done. Part of the wing. And I think it looks fine with just 1 strand. And the lady sitting next to me at the stitch along, she was stitching the Primrose America Home Sweet Home pillow that I had stitched and finished. And she was using 2 strands, and she was on a linen that said it was 32 count, but we measured it with mine. It's 36. It shrunk. Either that or it was labeled wrong. And she was using 2 strands, and she said, I love the way it's popping, but she says, boy, it's hard to get this thread in here. So I understand that. And this is in my beautiful Project Keeper from my friend at StitchCon several years ago. And I'll show you. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? I love it. And I use it. I do. Okay, now, let's talk about my book of days. All right, here's my book of days. I like this one because it's very compact, and you know, I can just throw it in my luggage or throw it in my stitching bag, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. It doesn't weigh much, and I like that. So this is my February. I got it all stickered up, and I got my totals here. And I did not miss a day's stitching. Isn't that awesome? I had 2 new starts, which you just saw. I couldn't believe I went 2 months. Well, not 2 months, a whole month without starting anything new. It's like, holy cow. 6 finishes this month. No fully finished objects or FFOs. No restarts, so that's good. No retreats. I didn't get to go to the Sampler Guild of the Rockies retreat, but they were so sweet. As you know, if you've watched my video, they sent me everything, and I love it. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try to make a point to go next year, if they have one. I went to 4 stitch-ins. When you're taking care of somebody, you need to get out. Yes, and I did. That was the only thing I did, besides when I had to run to the drugstore or the grocery store. Okay, and I always tried to make it in one trip. I worked on 14 of my works in progress or whips. I did work on hashtag 13 for the 250th stitch along. I did not work on the FFO challenge. I worked on Whip Go 2026. I worked on the 1776 Liberty stitch along. Liberty Eagle sow, and I finished the Cat and the Cardinal sow. And I worked on temperature stitching half a month, and then after that it was like, oh goodness. And the Maria Wells Newsom sow, I worked on that with Hands Across the Sea. I met my 2 whip go goals with number 5 and number 22, as you've seen. And I'm so excited about March, because you know I'm Scotch-Irish. Yes. And here's my plain Jane. So who knows what's going to happen in March. I'm supposed to go to a retreat, the Camping and Stitching retreat up in the mountains, where I'm from, up in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. And I'm really excited about that, because Dolores and Diana and I will be going, and I'll get to see Izzy and Susan and Wanda and just Alex and just everybody at my Second Saturday Stitch group, and you know, then I'll get to see Lillian, and she's Bestie Barnes Creations on Etsy, so you need to go to her. She really, really does a great job sending out orders and things. Okay, plus, I forgot to tell you one thing. I did, one of the ladies at her Sit and Stitch brought 2 boxes and a bag full of things that she wanted to get rid of out of her craft room. And I was like, oh, yay. So I got wild lilies from Blackbird Designs. Isn't that pretty? I'd never seen that. And I thought, oh, that would make a great small. At least I think it would, because it says it's a pin cushion. Then I got Dolores a couple of things, which I'm not going to show. I'm just going to give them to her. Let it be a surprise. And they're really pretty. And I got the Prairie Schooler Garden Alphabet. I've been looking for that. So I'm so excited about that. And it's the real thing. Oh my goodness. And I found the Blackbird Designs Autumn Bouquet. And it's beautiful. Look at that. And I don't think this is in print anymore. I've never seen it. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, I love that. So, that's going to be a stitch. So I'm really excited about my finds. It's really, really neat. So, hopefully, yeah. So now I have, let's see, how many finishes do I have? I have 6 finishes toward the, I have to have fully finished though. And some are fully finished and some are not. But I have 6 finishes toward the 13 for the 250th stitch along. So I'm behind. So I really need to really, really work on that. 1, 2, 3 are finished, fully finished. 4 are fully finished. So I need to fully finish the others. Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to add the free pattern here. And it's from Monica's Stitching Studio. And if you haven't watched her videos, they're very good. And she's a very good designer. So you need to go watch her Flosstube. And go to her Instagram and you will see the cutest little leprechaun that says March, and it's got the little pot of gold. And I will show you a picture here. Okay, Monica's Stitching Studio. And here's her pattern right here. And I will link it below. Okay, it's on Instagram. All right, now let's talk about Nashville Needlework, Nashville Market. Okay, this is one I had not seen, and it's called Land That I Love, and it's from Bent Creek. Isn't that cute with the eagle? Then we also have American Angel by Bent Creek, and it says Land of Liberty. So, so cute. Okay. We have Cathedral in the Wood kit by Bent Creek. Look at that. I love that church. You could do it with the globe or without the globe. I love Bent Creek patterns. Then we have Sarah Bat by Antique Needleworks. And this is not a good picture, but it's the best I could do. But isn't that pretty? It's a beautiful sampler. All right, then we have My Country by Antique Needleworkers. So pretty. That'd be perfect for the 250th stitch along. Then we have New Day by Cherry Blossoms. And it says, every day is a gift. Isn't that pretty? All right, then we have Beautiful Things by Cherry Blossoms. It says stitch beautiful things, and it's got a thimble, it's got a dragonfly, some flowers, a bunny, a little house, spools of thread. Just so cute. Then we have Halloween Village Drum by Giulia Punti Antici, and I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But anyway, it's very, very pretty. And these are all four sides, so you can see all four sides of the drum. I'd not seen that. My Soul is Fed with Needle and Thread by Shannon Christine. Isn't that pretty? Look at all those spools with flowers. Then we have Gathered from the Garden, the Watermelon by Happiness is Heart Made. Christy just has the prettiest patterns, and I love that one. Just love it. All right, then we have Gathered from the Garden Perch. Isn't that pretty? So elegant. All right, then we have Stitchy Sisters from Erin Elizabeth. And I've seen some of Erin Elizabeth's patterns, but I'd not seen this. And it says Stitchy Sisters brought together by needle and thread. We all need to stitch that. Just gorgeous. All right, then we have America 250 by Darlene Dion. Look at that. But it says, okay, wait a minute. Okay. It says by Erin Elizabeth Designs by Darlene Dion pre-order. But this is This is Erin Elizabeth, excuse me. So I think that's a typo. Very pretty. Then we also have Spring Sampler Trio. And this is by Darlene Dion. We have Sew a Needle Pulling Thread by Darlene Dion. Look at that. It's so pretty. Bruce Sampler by Darlene Dion. It's a monochromatic. Isn't that just wonderful? Forgot to turn off my Christmas clock. Oh well. Then we have Springtime Cushion by Crow's Feet Stitching. Isn't that pretty? Then we have Eliza Jane Keach, 1877 by Crow's Feet Stitching. Look at that. Goodness. So pretty. And we have Mary Brogdon, 1818, and her Flathead Peasant by Barbara Anna. And I just thought that was very unusual, but I liked the verse. But it's hard to read, so I won't be reading it to you. Because it's like vouchsafe of sacred paradise. So, you know, it's in the old. Then we have 4th of July Row by RETM Designs. Look at those stitches. Aren't they pretty? Then we have Halloween Puns by RETM Designs. And this says, keep calm and carry a wand. Gourd your candy with your life. Don't trust pumpkins. They're seedy. Then it says, eat, drink, and be scary. Halloween is here. Creeping it real. And look at that. Isn't that cute? I may just have to get that, and I love the border. It's so pretty. Okay. Then we have Sea Spray Cottage by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I just thought that was pretty. And we have Bloom and Grow by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Beautiful flowers. We have Liberty Stitches by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. That's very involved, but it's beautiful. Then we have Sea to Shining Sea by Violets and Verses. I love Jennifer's patterns. So, so pretty. That's my favorite. Then we have America 1776 to 2026. I like that one too. Mary Lomax 1878 Multicolor Bristol by Violets and Verses. So pretty. And it's odd to see a multicolor Bristol. Then we have 5 Fathom Fantasy Sirens by Siren Stitchworks. Look at that octopus and that submarine. I just thought that was very unusual. Then we have Little Liberty Sampler by Siren Stitchworks. We have Patriotic Biscornu by Siren Stitchworks. And we have 1776 2026 by Romy's Creations. So pretty. All those houses. We have Spangled Glory by Needle Bling Designs. Just beautiful. And Stitcher by Needle Bling Designs. And we have this, I just had to do this one, Floss Chicken by Noteworthy Needle. And it says, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Joyful Feels by Erica Michaels. Isn't that pretty? And I hadn't seen that one. And the last one, Chocolate Resistance is Futile. And in my case, that's true. She's got my number. So I just want to thank everyone. And I also want to tell you some Flosstubers that I've watched and talk about the retreat, Stitch Carolinas. The Stitch Carolina retreat, the hotel is full. So if you have not booked a room, we are working, trying to find an alternate place for you to stay. It's not that we don't have, we can't, I mean, the hotel's full, it's sold out. We cannot get a bigger block. So we're trying to see what we can find at a sister hotel that's close by. And I do apologize, but that's why you need to make your reservation immediately. And then that way, if we need more rooms, you know, they're not sold out. So that's, you know, our hands are tied when it comes to that. So we're working on that. It's 75 days till the retreat. We're having a smalls exchange. Make sure that your piece is 6 by 6, your stitched piece. We're having games, all kinds of games. So start collecting floss for the floss bingo and stuff. And we're having other games too to kind of make it interesting. The t-shirt deadline, if you'd like to order a Stitch Carolinas t-shirt, I will put the link below and on my Instagram if I can. And the deadline is March the 15th. The t-shirts are very, very affordable. They're under $20 pretty much. And you'll pick them up when you register at the retreat and pick up your bag. We're trying to do that to save postage since it's so expensive. So let's see. I was trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, and if you have not joined the Stitch Carolinas Facebook page, please do, because that's where you find out about all the things that are going on. And we've got at least 10 vendors, hopefully more. We've got 3 trunk shows, and just a lot of goodness and surprises and fun in store for y'all. And we're very excited. So be sure and comment, show us what you're stitching, and I can't wait to see you guys. All of us can't. Olivia, Southern Yankee Stitcher, has information on her Flosstube, so be sure and watch that. Shelly K Stitches on Instagram has the link if you want to get on the wait list, because we are starting to get people off the wait list. And I have the link, but my link is not working. So we're going to have to update it again. Every now and then mine just goes kaput. So I don't know what's up with that. Shelly is our guru. She knows all about IT stuff. Then the Flosstubers I watched this week are Hobbies of Holly. She had such a wonderful sweater that she's been doing, and some beautiful cross stitching, and she's still working on that peacock and badger. Oh my goodness, that thing's huge. But it's very pretty. And Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher and Stitcher with a Laughing Face, be sure and watch them. And also I watched 911 Stitcher. She had some beautiful pieces that she had gotten back from the finisher. Faye Rigsby, she's really nice. And also I watched Made by Michelle McGraw, and Michelle had a lot of beautiful pieces, and she talked about the Barefoot Needlework Retreat. And I watched Mischievous Stitches. She also talked about the Barefoot Retreat that they went to. I think 911 Stitcher and Michelle and also Lori went to this retreat. It was back sometime this month. I can't remember. But they had a great time, and they've got some beautiful stitching to show. So be sure and watch them. And until next time, thank you so much. If you saw something you liked today, hit the like and the subscribe button. And until next time, remember, if you don't start it, you can't finish it. Bye-bye.
I see you, delphinium, in the garden. In spring, your blooms begin to climb.